Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from the capital city of California, Sacramento. Well, it was the Sacramento Kings winning their last game against the Suns in Phoenix. And they finished that one out up 4. Competitive, but ultimately they prevailed.
And one way to nullify a home court advantage like they did that night, light it up from the three-point line. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer. Their perimeter play definitely took them over the top.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Fry, he's in at point guard. Ariza the 3 and Jones the 4. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Harden.
You can't give him that shot. And a few open looks are all it takes. And he can really get rolling.
Fry passes to Harden. Harden left side. And Fry kicks to Jones. Right side, Jones. Clock at 6. And that one's good.
You know, it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
I agree. It settles the team down offensively and to establish success in the post. That forces the defense to make some adjustments.
Here's Collison. That's Jones making his last shot. Passes to Stauskas. Back to Collison. It's rebounded by Houston. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think. That's really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
He's so reliable. And, you know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Pass to Kirkland. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Chandler kicks to Cousins. And Chandler, here we go. From 12 feet out, Stauskas with the bucket.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Yes, Sacramento's head coach and I were able to chat. This is their second meeting of the year. The first one didn't work out too well. And his focus this time around is keeping them out of the lane and on the perimeter. They have drivers and finishers. He said he wants his guys to make them a jump shooting team. Guys, we'll see how it goes.
Thanks, Doris.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
It's Harden with the drive. Here's Jones. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket.
Well, you got to love his determination on the glass. Coming out of the gate strong.
Kings have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Right side, Collison. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
And he gets the bucket. Fry's got his first basket. Kings have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Feeds it to Cousins. Cousins with a screen on Jones. A drive by Cousins. Terrific design on the pick foot, and he lays it in.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you open looks like that one.
And Fry kicks to Jones. Pass to Fry. Ariza gets a screen from Fry. Off the pick. That's good on the jump shot.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Collison the pass to Stauskas. Here's Cousins. And again, it's Sacramento converting. Here's Fry. A 35-point game for him in the win against the Warriors in Oakland. Off the pick. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
There is a lot to like on that one.
Here's Collison. The Rockets making the shot. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Sacramento shooting their first foul shot of the game.
Well, impressive free throw shooting as a team this season, right around that 8% mark.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Now, here is Harden. 23 points for him the last game against Golden State.
And Kevin, don't forget about his playmaking in that game as well. He was wonderful in terms of attacking the defense and figuring out when to shoot and when to find teammates.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Collison kicks to Cousins. Shoots it up. It's rebounded by Houston. Last time they met in Houston.
Yeah, and offensively, everything seemed to come together for them. It seemed like everything they tried worked.
And with a multifaceted approach like the one they had, it takes a sophisticated defense to stop it, which was not the case that day.
Conley dishes to McLemore. Outside Collison. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Landry. Puts up the baby hook. And it doesn't even draw iron.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
It's taken away by Collison. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
See some of the numbers here on Darren Collison. His last month of basketball has been really solid. 15th in assists. And, you know, when he gets to the free throw line, he makes the most of it. He's ranked in the top 20 in free throw percentage.
And how about this terrific passing displays put on, Steve? I mean, as this place on the assist chart shows, if you get to the right spot, he'll find you. That's what he takes pride in. You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Physical play in the paint. Dominate.
And here's Fry for 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 10 points for the Wizard. The coach was really passionate in that last tunnel, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
And here's McLemore following the 3 from Fry. Conley gets the bucket.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. They set the pick, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
And the Kings making a change here. And Bahamute's checked in. Now, here's Thompson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And stolen by Fry. For the finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Yeah, absolutely. They made the steal pay dividends instantly in the open floor.
The Kings trailed by 3. Conley kicks to Landry. Now here's McLemore. Tight defense on him. That's good. McLemore's got his first points in this one.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Now, here's Fry, guarded by McLemore. He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
And so here's Sacramento. The Rockets making the shot. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now, here's Fry, guarded by McLemore. McDaniel plays it up and banks it in.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
McLemore, the pass to Thompson. No good with the finger roll. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, Steve, Clark, what are your thoughts?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. Established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Fry in at point guard. Is up there with Andrew Nicholson, and it's Robert Covington. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Hi, Kevin. The Wizard in their last time out against the Warriors got the job done. He ended up with 35 points and rounded out a solid overall game, playing lockdown defense and finding open teammates. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game you'll always remember.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance at Clark here tonight?
I'd say no.
Rockets trailed by 7. Jones with the screen on Collison. Harden outside. On the money from 12 feet away. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter. Let's take a look at the list of players who have been absolutely lighting it up. These are the NBA scoring leaders over the last 10 games. You look at Fry, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Kevin, you know, the season is 82 games long, and anything can happen. But I tell you what, if he keeps scoring like this, the rest of the season is going to look very good for his ball club.
Stauskas kicks to Collison. Can't connect from short range.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
Ariza outside, 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Fry, and another 3 for Houston.
Oh, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Collison up top, guarded by Fry. Chandler with the screen on Jones. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Kings lead by 4. Houston's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And here is Fry. He's got 17. Jones, no luck.
I thought he'd make that one. That's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Here's Stauskas, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Stauskas has got 7 points in the game. Harden dishes to Fry. Here's Dedmon. He's covered by Thompson. Dedmon passes to Harden. Out to the right wing. Puts one up from 19. No good from Fry.
Really high-quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
And stolen by Fry. Ariza goes in. They shoot again, and he sinks the layup.
Impossible shot to block in the post. The defender giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
Passes it to Kirkland. Chandler with the screen on Jones. Here's Kirkland. Shot is off. Excellent D that time from Jones. Now, here's Fry. Defense right on him. Here's the dish to Dedmon. Ariza outside. Just 5 to shoot. Now the feed to Fry. Ariza kicks to Fry. From outside the arc, Sacramento grabs the miss.
This quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Got that one up quick. And 7 points for Darren Collison.
I mean, DC, Darren Collison, showing us how to make it happen with that shot.
Here's Harden on the wing. Here's Fry. He's got 17. Chandler comes with the double team. Ariza has the open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Now, bad timing. His team trailing, and this has not been a quarter that he'd like to remember.
There's the block. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Harden with the drive. Kicks to Fry. Ariza has the open look. It's good from long range. Ariza's got 5 points now in the quarter. Kings leading now by 3. Thompson sets the pick for Collison. Chandler outside. Here's Kirkland. Great D that time from Fry.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that.
And we're through 2 here and a good one. It's Sacramento. They lead by 3. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Bonus.
Well, the offense has obviously been a struggle. What do you think we can do better to make a round on them?
We just have to wait for the right shot, really. We want to get even with them, but too often we're trying to do it all in one trip. We stay patient, keep waiting for that can't miss shot, we'll be all right.
Thank you for your time. This one far from over, Kevin.
Okay, good job battling them out there. Let's talk about some crucial areas from the...
A close one so far.
Just a fantastic game for the Wizard. He's got 17 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Well, as long as he's continuing to make them, I think they should make him more of a focal point of this offense.
Wilson runs the point. This is at the 2. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Wilson Chandler. And it's Kirkland in at the power forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Harden outside. Pass to Fry. It's Ariza on the wing. Houston moving the ball around. He dishes it to Fry. Shot clock at 6. And here's Harden for 3. Kings leading now by 5. It's stolen by Jones. Ariza kicks to Fry. Harden outside. He feeds it to Fry. Back to Harden. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession. Now a look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. The Rockets number 1.
Now, the thing I like is they're getting good shots every time down the floor, and it's due to their unselfishness as a team.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Houston. 3rd best record here in the early going. And of course Sacramento, 9.5 games behind.
You know, checking out the Rockets, they've really wasted no time. I mean, they've already shown themselves to be in mid-season form, and you expect that from a team of this caliber.
Yeah, they're a team to be reckoned with. Among the very best the league has to offer, and they know it. They play with a lot of confidence.
Chandler outside. Collison, the pass to Stauskas. Chandler kicks to Stauskas. The pass to Kirkland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Stauskas, guarded by Harden. All alone. And he hits the jump shot. 6 points for him.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
Yeah, but look down at the other end of the court. The same has not held true.
Ariza no one. Kings leading now by 5. Outside Collison. Pass to Kirkland. He kicks it to Collison. Here's Cousins. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Cousins has got the lead up to 7 now for the Kings.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Here's Fry, the rim-rattling two-handed jam. That's a mammoth dunk for someone who's far from the biggest guy out there on the floor.
Yeah, perhaps that'll give them the boost they're looking for to get out of the hole here.
Yeah, it should. I mean, if that doesn't fire them up, I don't know what will.
And stolen by Fry. Jumps up, hammers it home to polish off the break.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
This is it to Kirk. Hook shot on the way. That one wide left. Rockets trailed by 3. Fry dishes to Harden. From 10 feet out, and Houston again with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
The pass to Kirk. On the wing, Chandler. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Fry. Harden with it. 9 points in the game so far.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
On the Kings head coach during that last timeout. He told his guys, when we've got the ball, let's take it right into the teeth of the defense. Attacking the basket is going to be their MO. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
Looking at the Kings over the last month, let's see how they stacked up in the league statistically. 9th in three-point field goal percentage, 11th in free throw percentage, and then the top half of the league in getting high percentage shots as well. Not too shabby.
Yeah, this is a team that shoots the ball well, and I think the key is their accuracy from the three-point line. You look at that number in the top 10, as you talked about, Clark. You know, they've leaned on this of late particularly, and I think their success from the three-point line has really allowed their offense to open up and become more balanced.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Now, here's Fry. He's got 21.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
McLemore with the ball. Now guarded by Fry. And there's the foul. It'll go on the wrist. That's his first foul. Jason Thompson checked in for Sacramento.
I had a chance to check out some stats for James Harden. Over the last month, making major contributions, averaging 21 points per game, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Yeah, how valuable a player he is for them, Steve. Scores are always valuable. He gives them such a reliable option every time they have the ball.
Fry passes to Harden. Dishes it to Covington. Back to Harden. Feeds it to Covington. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And the Rockets lead by 3.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Here's Houston now. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Fry. Conley grabs the miss. The Kings have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Puts it up from 12. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to put a lot of pressure on their perimeter shooters if he can't convert those chances.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Well, from long range, we've got a set of point guards here that have been extremely hot. Those are their three-point percentages for the last 10 games. You look at Fry. On of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
Well, if there are no other options available, any of these guys can just step back and shoot the three. A great backup plan for any point guard to have.
Yeah, I'd love to see a three-point shooting contest just amongst the point guards so we could watch these guys do work. I mean, I don't know which one of them I'd choose, but they're all pretty good.
We've got 1:18 left here in the third quarter. Pass to McDaniel. Harden outside. Lets the three fly. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
We've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Yeah, the defender draped all over.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
Rockets have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And the Rockets making a change here. HOU has checked in, and both free throws good for Covington. The Kings trailed by 11. And McLemore kicks to Thompson. Tipped away and stolen by Fry. That's good. Fry's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Conley dishes to McLemore. Back to Conley. They need this, and the jumper is on the mark. Houston leading by 11. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Fry kicks to Harden. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Rockets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. Free throw good, James Harden. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And here's McLemore. He's got 9. The Kings shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And Conley drops them both. Seven seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Harden. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Jason Thompson.
Yeah, the defender draped all over.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
Harden hits them both. Let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it was a great look, and it set up a three-point basket. He scanned the perimeter, found his teammate in space, and put the pass right on the money.
The Kings trailed by 12, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Houston. Fry, he's in at the point. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. Terrence Jones out there with HOU. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And he can't hit the second.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area they just can't afford to get lazy with.
You know, I think the effort's been there, Steve, but they're still getting outworked just by a scope.
HOU with the steal. And it's the Rockets on the break. Ariza passes to Fry.
Yeah, they seem to be looking for chances inside a little bit more this half.
And I love that mentality. You talked about it earlier, being the aggressor. It's the right way to play with the lead. Keep attacking.
The Kings making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Houston. And both free throws good for Fry.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
The drive by Cousins. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Fry, and he gets it to go. Fry's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Collison dishes to McLemore. The feed to Collison. Kicks it to Cousins. Shot clock at 6. From 13. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Harden outside. Jones sets the pick for Harden. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Harden's got 24 points. Outside Collison. Lays it up and banks it in.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Fry with the ball. Picked up by Collison. And Fry gets to Ariza. There's the dish to Fry. From downtown. Shot misses. So the Kings will take it the other way.
Well, he struggled a little bit in the second half, but remember he hit 3 of those in the first half.
Chandler right side. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists, great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous and alertness.
Stauskas is checked in for Ben McLemore. Rockets leading by 11. Fry passes to Dedmon. He dishes it to Fry. And some nice passing there by Houston. Nice D from Cousins. Kings have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Here's Stauskas. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Now, here's Fry. He's covered by Collison.
Basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for it.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
Pass to Cousins. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. And the layup is good.
I think we could be seeing a repeat of last night, fellas. It's just battling out there.
Now, here's Fry. He's tightly guarded, and Harden wide open. He shoots. Another miss by Harden. The Kings trailed by 8. Knocks it loose, and it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Here's Cousins. Chandler is screened. Here's Stauskas. He feeds it to Chandler. 5 on the clock. Shoots from 12. The second effort, and the layup good by Cousins. Cousins has got 9 points here in the second half.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Harden outside. Houston needs to get a shot. Ariza has the open look. Can't connect from long distance.
Even though he isn't having the best of the game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt.
And there's the foul. It'll go on the whistle. That's foul number. Two for him. Now Cousins. 6 to shoot. Here's Stauskas, guarded by Harden. They grab their own miss. Here's the block. And here is Front. He kicks to Hart. Blocked. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Collison with the ball. And he gets it to go. 23 points here for Cousins.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Fry dishes to Ariza. Passes it to Front. Carries the long-range jumper. Fry's got 15 points here in the second half.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
There's the pick. Now the pass to Chandler. Three-pointer. The shot's good. Collison making the point. Collison's got 3 assists in the game. Fry with the ball. And the powerful one-handed slam. His finishes can be dazzling, especially Clark at his side.
Well, you look at a guy who doesn't have the height of some other big-time dunkers, and it always looks better, and he certainly makes up for the lack of height with that athleticism.
Yeah, his leaping ability is just off the charts, guys.
And he hits the bucket.
This seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Inside, Jones kicks to Dedmon. Harden against Collison. Ariza outside. And here's Harden for 3. And another 3 for Houston.
They're starting to give him a little too much space here in the second half. That's his 3rd three-pointer since they moved.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, well, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach during that last timeout. He laid out the X's and O's. He told them, we're still alive, guys. We've just got to work together, trust each other, and play our backsides off. Kevin, we'll see if they've got enough in the tank to get over the top.
Points just keep coming for him this quarter. Just at the right time, too. They try to narrow the deficit.
And 101 left here in the fourth quarter. Fry with the ball. Now Chandler defending. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
Gotta like the way he took it strong there, attacking the rack.
The defense fouling him there to prevent the dunk.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
You know, he may not have the elevation or the height. He doesn't need it there. The big fella throwing it down anyway.
He usually does save the high flying for the little guys. Clark, you're right.
You know, sometimes it looks like it's pinned to the ground, but when he gets positioned like that, he can put it down.
Fry passes to Dedmon, and an intentional foul right there. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Sacramento with the ball. Collison kicks to Cousins. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
And his stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, he looked confident, didn't he? Stepping to the foul line and knocking down a couple.
Collison dishes to Cousins. It's in! And now and they trail by just 4.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Deep 2 from Collison. Good! And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. From midcourt, and they'll keep possession. So Houston wins it. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
You put on what was simply an incredible fourth period. How were you able to take over this game in the end?
Our team just wore them down over the course of the first 3 quarters, and during the fourth it made things easy for myself and others to create space and get the shots that we like to take. It was really a team effort.
It was a pleasure for us to watch. Thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Well, that'll do it for us with Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. Kevin Harlan saying so long. As we end the game, we bring you our Jordan Player of the Game.